What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, on the screen right now, I just want y'all to pay attention. This is the amount of nodes on the X1 testnet. It is growing every single day. People are comprehending how to do it. Now, Tree City West, shout out Tree City West. He has a really good video. Well, he did a live where he like set up his node. So I definitely would say go check him out. I unfortunately did not set my node up on my streaming computer, and it's actually hard as hell on my streaming computer. So that's why I haven't made a video about it. But on my PC, I have it set up, and yeah, man, it's fucking cool. Look at that, 101 nodes, 101 nodes. It's funny now. What's the FUD? Oh, that's not decentralized. There's a billion people in the world. Y'all only got 100 nodes. Bring the FUD. Bring the FUD. What's up, world? What's up, YouTube? How's it going? Cyberspace, this is your boy, Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer. Yes, that's what I do. I make the beats that you hear, and I play the beats in IRL for you to dance, I guess you can say. But yeah, Monday through Friday, right here on my channel, I talk about XEN, crypto, and kind of like how it works every single day. On top of how it works with everything that's going on in the crypto industry. So high level content over in this motherfucking camp. And yeah, we do that Monday through Friday, sometimes around 9:30, 10 a.m. You know what I'm saying? But if you're new, hit the bell, hit the join, hit the subscribe, hit the thumbs, do all that YouTube shit that you should be doing anyways, just to support the channel. And yeah, join the Bruh Club, man. Join the gang. But yeah, I had to start off a little stream there with the nodes, man. This is crazy. Like, bruh. XEN is doing its own thing. Meanwhile, everyone still thinks it's stuck in time. The philosophical shit going on in XEN right now has transformed like crazy. I remember in January we were just talking about astrologically how esoteric XEN was. Now we're like Q4 DMT'd out of our fucking mind, talking about XEN as if it was a plasma portal to another universe. Like, what? So with that being said, with that Doctor Strange vibration that's on top of XEN right now, yeah, it is pretty fascinating to see us continuing while everyone thinks we're standing still. Yeah, that's why the title today is the state of being for a XEN believer. Damn, bruh, how do you believe in XEN like every single day, bruh? I can't help myself. It's too easy. XEN, it's too easy. But yeah, XEN is correlating right now with nothing. It's trading sideways as AF. What's funny though is you're seeing massive sales. Massive sales. At the same time, I am seeing some pretty big buys. There are some pretty big buys. So I don't know what's really going on right now. We'll go ahead and look at this person. So this person just entered the arena. I don't know where they're coming from. I haven't ran their wallet, but they've entered the arena. They're starting to do some really big buys, and for some reason, they're going against the current. Yeah, they've done some pretty big sales as well, and I don't know really what's going to go on with the whale games in XEN, but I'm not too focused on that. That's where a lot of the FUD lives. FUD. Yeah, fucking FUD lives where people who have more money than brains kick it. That's the center of the core of the FUD. You can get a table at this if you wanted to. Hold up. I gotta figure out what's wrong with my microphone. There we go. Now it's sounding a little bit better. I think I was talking to it messed up. You are looking like More World Peace, Bone Thugs, and Harmony. I got my crazy bone going on today with the hair and the fucking hoodie. Yeah, this is like my warrior hoodie. Feel me? Tank hood. This is the tank hood. My lady hates this hoodie, but I love it with all my might. Yeah, it's the tank hood. So it's got my hair looking like I'm ready for war. Remy Kin says, what about VMPX? Bro, this is the Zen show. Nah, I like VMPX, but VMPX is just a product. It's nothing more than that. You know how like you go to like a shoe store and they have like running shoes, basketball shoes, lifestyle shoes. You know, that's kind of like every Zen product now. Like we got a whole Foot Locker and you can get what you want. There's probably something on the shelf that you're going to be into. And VMPX, yeah, it's doing its thing. I still own it on Bitcoin side. I won't lie, I sold my ETH side. And I see right now, since you're bringing it up, it looks like it's up 20%. Go VMPX, go. So what about VMPX? Yeah, it's just underneath this range. This is where the believers are being made. Again, it's a product, so you can go and do some DY OR on VMPX, and maybe you'll land some sort of passion point for this idea that you can bridge Bitcoin and Ethereum together in a decentralized manner using liquidity tools. And again, VMPX is like XeNFI. So what is like XNF token is what VMPX is to Bitcoin and Ethereum, because that's how the fee structure should be working when it comes to staking your VMPX on ETH or on Bitcoin. It'll be just like XeNFI, where you're going to have to pick a certain amount of time, right? Like you're going to have to pick a year's worth or 3 months worth, and so on and so on to get the most rewards. The way you maximize it is by doing a year. So, yeah, VMPX should be chill, regardless to what side you're on. What you should be asking yourself in VMPX world is, where do I want to be? Do I want more ETH in this bull run, or do I want more Bitcoin in this bull run, or do I want both? And then walk your path, my guy. What up, mind, body, and crypto? We in this bitch. Yeah, what up, Zen enthusiasts? I see you, Dank. What up, Dennis? What's your take on the ongoing Zen FUD? Yeah, so like that's kind of where like pulling up right now and seeing that VMPX is still doing its thing makes me dope, or makes me feel good. You know, that's dope. That's dope shit. And then when I go back to Zen, I've been joking on what do you call it, on X. I've been joking like, I hope Zen is down when I wake up. Like I'm putting tweets into the sky, guys, so that maybe something will happen. Maybe like something real will like actually happen. But yeah, it doesn't really feel like anything is happening. But that's a good thing, right? Because if nothing is happening, something is going to happen. And we've got the 72 flat as hell. Now, won't lie, we got really close to breaking it on that dump earlier, down to 48. Now, I was asleep, and when it happened, you know, you need to have sell orders or whatever up. But I'm still like, my like low right now that I want to see on this is where's it at? I don't have a line for it. But yeah, I would have to draw it, but I would like to fill this really good buyback candle. I would like to see us maybe just get down there, which would be around 42. So 6 zeros and a 4-2. You might have remember seeing that a lot. Well, yeah, if you've been in the world, you know that this was a really, really choppy zone. So all this, I would like to see us retested just to see if this is a really strong buys, if that makes any sense. So to get to this level, a lot of traders entered and they bought us up to here. They bought us up there. They brought us and bought us, boy. Because if you're selling your Zen, you're putting your time on the DEX so others can come and purchase it, right? Now, right now, people aren't thinking that way because there's a lot of FUD in the system that doesn't allow, in my opinion, the alpha narrative of Zen to perform. Like in my opinion, the alpha narrative of Zen is it is fuel. It is another form of gas on the blockchain, because you only have ETH on the blockchain. You only have native on the blockchain. It's not like other people have gas tokens, right? It's not like somebody's supplying gas. Like, it's not like you can go and get a free gas faucet. That's not a thing. So Zen, in its real cool philosophical multiverse that Crypto Bro lives in, my multiverse, it is a way for me to maximize my ETH in some sort of, let's say, bull market. Like if in the bear market, I'm turning some of my ETH into Zen, and I'm teleporting that shit into the future. So I know that in the future, hey, I got this Zen coming in. All I need to do is get some ETH and I can claim it. And if it's more expensive later than when I made it, I basically amped my gas. Like my gas got a little bit of ampage. Like right now it's a little stagnant because Zen just started. But I have a lot of mints. Like a lot of my mints are coming in 3 months. So I'm hyped. Like my March, I hope your March looks like this. All right. And what do I plan on doing when I get here? And I know everyone else is here too. This is again why I'm saying Zen is like ampage, because there's gonna be a lot of times where the power is out because of the FUD that's available, right? It's an open source project. Everybody is allowed to have their own universe of the Zen world. Now, Jack Levin owns Zen World LLC, so technically you can't really take the branding of that. Like you could do anything in the Zen universe, but call yourself X1 blockchain and Zen World. And anything in relation to the alpha narrative of the Zen world, right? So there's gonna be all these other multiverses of everything, and then there's gonna be the Zen world. So when we get to this part, I expect a lot of dim ampage, because there will be some people who take the X1 narrative and they dump it. Like it's off the rip. They're gonna do that. We already know it. The way that this is trading sideways is more proof in the pudding that we are in. This is like the bottom of Zen, right? This is the bottom. 1 year in, and there's two sides. There's two ultimate sides. There's a real fudder who hates Jack Levin and wants to see the project fail. And then there's Zenians who, again, see the alpha narrative of this is mass adoption. However you think of mass adoption. Like I think Gas Tool is a good mass adoption narrative, because how are people going to make transactions? And how are we going to bring together all the chains? Like, what is this? What kind of mini mall is this? This mini mall sucks right now in crypto. There's too many stores and they're all the same shit. So when does everything start to consolidate back into the original ethos of what crypto is, which is Satoshi's principles, self-sovereignty, and making sure that you own the rights to your digital identity, right? And your physical identity. If you want, you can bring crypto, merge it together, another multiverse. It goes on and on and on. And but yeah, so we've been trading sideways right here because, again, my opinion is we got really low down here. Zen was pretty cheap. You can even see on the RSI, and this is on the daily, all right? So there's a lot of data. All throughout this area here in September, we were dipping. So like this is when you should have been buying Zen, right? Then we got to a point where we were getting ready to test some lower support and resistance areas on the RSI, as you can see here. Now, where do I get these lines from? I use lower time frames, and then from those lower time frames, I'll build some scenarios. So as we can see here, this is an area of support on the hourly. Whenever the hourly were to get to that level, it would find itself bouncing up, right? And so on and so on. And you can see here on some real dippy days on the hourly, these resistance areas are going to be giving us, some key indicators of whether or not supply and demand is at its finest. And again, Zen is a supply token, bro. Like it's made with ETH and time. It's designed to be supply. Now, everyone's going to take what the fuck I'm saying right now and remix it for their own fucking Zen version. But again, this is the alpha fucking narrative. You can't penetrate this shit. We already won. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, yesterday's Spaces 2 with Simple was another moment in time where it's like, yeah, we've already won the battle. Like, if you don't believe in Zen, we don't care. We were the first to ever do this, and no one has to believe in that narrative. They can make any narrative that they want. They can design any abstract multiverse that they can potentially think of up in their heads. Maybe they should start writing books, because they seem to be very abstract with the way that they think. But yeah, what we're physically waiting for is someone to give up. But none of them want to give up, because everybody gets it. They're like, yeah, fuck Jack Levin, but I'm going to catch this super pump, because this is the very bottom of the first utility built off the chain. No one else is built off the chain. So please dump your Zen so I can get it at a lower price. Ain't nobody gonna do it though. What's the difference? UTC what? Oh man, not Remy asking me what's the difference between UDCT and VMPX. I can't even answer that one, bro. Like, if you really don't know the difference between the two, you gotta be pulling my leg. You gotta be pulling my leg, man. Remy Kim, where is Jack Levin to teach this man? Damn, bro, I do not fuck with stable coins. I do not fuck with stable coins. I do not fuck with centralized exchanges. That was never the plan. Does anyone know a stream where Crypto Bro talks about Zen versus Titan? No. I never talk about it. I never talk about relationships between Zen and Titan, because they're not the same. Titan took a distribution mechanism from Zen. That's it. That's all it is. There's a lot of people that are about to do that. We already knew. That's what I'm saying. The alpha stream now. What's up, Tree City West? I see you. The alpha vision from everyone that's a hash head is like, yeah, there's a bunch of people that want to be like us now. Like 100%. Like, it's 100% relevant that they want to be like us. And it took a year. Usually this takes a while. Like, here, let's go down memory lane. Let's go down memory lane. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing a stream later today with Sinran from hold on, let me read his name again, make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, Simran. So around at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, I'm gonna jump on a call with Sinran here live on the channel, and we're just gonna dive in a little bit deeper on the technical side of XeNFI and really get some more background too. I want to ask him. I have some personal questions. Like, I want to ask him. Like, I'm trying to figure out who he is, where did you come from, and what is your obsession with aggregators. I think it's kind of fascinating. He has a lot of insight on aggregation, DEXs, and again, I don't fuck with centralized exchanges, so I want to hear someone like him. He seems to be on that like centralized, decentralized feeling. But those are all the successful DEXs now. Like, Uniswap wouldn't be as successful as it is today if it didn't operate the way it's operating. And those operations are regulations. So it's going to be a pretty fascinating conversation. That's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, where I'm going to be talking to my bro. And yeah, tune in. You'll see it. Follow, hit the like, pull up. We're going to talk about XeNFI. But yeah, let's go down memory lane real quick. Just in case y'all didn't know. Again, when Bitcoin, all right. We're gonna go to our time frame right now. So December 7th, 2013. Was this 14? Okay, 14. All right, look at this shit. Bitcoin at this moment in time is $375. I wasn't in crypto like I am today. Like, Crypto Bro was inside of me but it wasn't a vision like today. But I was in the know. I had a lot of friends that were minting because I lived in San Francisco. So I had some homies who were like minting Bitcoin. I just couldn't understand it. And I'm a producer, right? So that's another reason why theoretically, of course, I was supposed to find Bitcoin. Like I was on the motherboard, just on the other side of things. I was making beats and torrenting like VSTs, sorry mom, and doing all that other shit, trying to get my sound right. So then a lot of my other friends had dope ass computers and they were mining Bitcoin on the side while making music. So yeah, if you're one of those, like you got a crazy dope computer and you don't know what to do with it, hello, why aren't you running a node? Minting XENblocks. It's the same scenario. But yeah, like looking at 2014, you have Bitcoin, you have XRP, you have Litecoin, you have BitShares, which then turned into EOS and Steemit and all that other. You can basically say this right here, this is the lineage of Libre Wallet. Libre Wallet goes all the way back to BitShares because they're an extension of EOS. That's why I was like, damn, VMPX is in good hands. It's in the hands of some people who come from here, right? But again, everything tried to be Bitcoin. Everything built a narrative off of everything that's wrong with Bitcoin to make itself. And they would always say, yeah, we're kind of like Bitcoin, right? So it's the same thing you hear with Titan versus Zen. Oh, we're like Titan. We're not like Titan, but they're like, that's what probably you'll hear next. Like, we're like Titan. And it'll be further down like, damn, you mean you're like Zen? But yes, you are like Titan, which is like Zen, which is like nothing else, right? Nothing came before Zen. And that's the one thing you can't take away from Zen. You can't take away the timestamp. You would have to literally pull a Loki, go on to the TLV and fucking remix everything. But currently that's not possible unless there's a quantum realm where that's just going to happen, bruh. But yeah, again, Bitcoin is at its highest highs of highs right now because it is Bitcoin. All right. It's the best brand for crypto. It's the Nike Jordan of cryptocurrencies. This thing is in English everywhere in the world. Penguins are saying Bitcoin in Antarctica. It is that fluent on the planet. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if penguins speak English. I doubt it. But if they could, they'd probably say Bitcoin. I take Bitcoin in Antarctica. Like, yo, I got fishes. You got some bits? Bitcoin had a beautiful breakout over this 38 over the weekend, man. I was thinking it. Remember last week I was saying if it were to pull back, it would probably come and test this 36 range because let's go to the daily. Because when it started to get up here, or my bad, where we at? The 30th. Okay, yeah. So when it first made this move and it broke past the 38,000 area, I was like, okay, cool. As long as we can just keep marching, it'll be chill. We should get through it, right? We should get through this and get to a new thing, a new area, and then start to maybe you do the same thing, trade sideways and vibe out a little bit. Now, did I think we would get to 41 and 50, or 41,000? No. I thought it would be a little bit more painful. I don't know what this breakout really signifies, but I am 100% believing that the ETF news is going to start driving us higher and higher because it's undeniable. Now, the concept is how long does it take people to comprehend how to get the Bitcoins, right? We're still in that phase. We're back to phase 0. Where it's, well, how did they get the Bitcoins? Right? And isn't it ironic that right when Coinbase dropped a new commercial, Bitcoin takes off? Centered around Bitcoin. Centralized as fuck. But again, it's a bank, and we wouldn't operate in the IRL if we didn't have our banks. And fuck the bank, but that's why we're in the crypto, because become your own bank. Fuck the bank. As well as OKX, not okay. And yeah, we're here to again become self-sovereign and own our digital property. That's kind of where I'm at with it too. Now that I've learned that everything that you buy with your credit card is sold, that's dumb. Why? So I can get some cash back? Damn. Right? People be over here saying, oh, you're giving away your information on the internet. It's like, bro, you give away your information as soon as you tag a bus. They're like, oh, now they got you tagging buses and shit. Like here in New York, everything is tap and go pay for the bus and subway. So if your card is connected to your phone is connected to GPS. So anywhere you go, they're tracking you, bro. Like you literally would have to move with cash, but they're canceling cash even for the subway. So now you need to be rich and have a driver. Now you're mob. I don't know. Riding dirty is hard as hell. I mean, at this point, I even saw a blurb where like in Philadelphia, you can't even wear a ski mask anymore. Like that's a fine. Can't even ride dirty. They see you. So with that being said, I could see Bitcoin again really starting to bubble up because the people that are in the know, they're gonna be like, oh, I need to keep scooping. I need to keep reserving because we're moving. This is now moving. All of this chop to this area was confirmation for a lot of people. I mean, we've been watching this for a while. I saw this turn off it turned itself off. Back in August, we saw Bitcoin go from 29,000, break down below, go all the way back here to 24 and recover. So this is when I started to become bullish and had to give up my original narrative of 15,000 back in August. You had to throw that shit out the window. That's what I mean. Sometimes you might be thinking something, but the confirmation is on the chart. And when you see it there, this is why you TA for a whole year. You might not be a trader, but you're saving I call these treasure maps. You're saving your treasure map for the right time so you can see the right opportunities, you know? You don't want to go all in and miss out on what you can get. Because another thing too, and this isn't financial advice or anything like that. This is just how I move myself. I like to wait for confirmation because I live by the code. You don't need a lot of it if it's going to be successful. Right? That's how you live. That's a real code. Greed, that's a sin, bruh. You don't want to enter it with a greed idea because this is spiritual at the same time aligned with your finances. All right. So come with a heavy hat. I like to say as well. And know when to put your head up. So that's what I like to do when it comes to crypto. So I like to talk shit. And then when it's confirmed, I like to change my narrative because you're allowed to change your narrative. And then I wait for confirmation to be like, okay, cool. I can start telling people like, hey, this might be dope. You know, like I'm gonna post this shit on my Instagram. Like, oh, y'all motherfuckers missing out. And allowing the market to determine the narrative. So then, you know, your intelligence can shine when you start talking about it. And I'm sure that's what's happening right now. We're seeing that psychological piece of Bitcoin being planted into the masses. ETFs is like that psychology piece. Oh, let's wait until everybody understands Bitcoin before we make an ETF, right? And then it'll get really saucy. And that's why I was saying way back, if you've been following the channel, you know I've been saying this shit. But we were saying lower lows in Bitcoin at this state in 2023 is cheaper entry for ordinals. And ordinals are still going up, right? Like ordinals didn't get a discount. That's what I was waiting for, the ordinal discount. But we didn't even get it. And that's probably why we didn't get it, because Eric Wall is loud as shit. And if I'm a hedge fund or somebody with a lot of money, I do not want his crowd to get the bits. And you can almost say like what he was doing. Where's my chart? Where did the chart go? I almost think like what Eric Wall was doing is kind of like what you should be doing to make your vision a reality. Him saying like, yeah, fuck you guys, fuck you corporate people. Like I'm out here. We got a gang. We got these wizards. They're hungry. They got 9-to-5s and they ain't buying Jordans. They buying Bitcoins. They ain't buying video games. They buying Bitcoins. I'm sure that that's part of the momentum here. Because right here, the banks could definitely squeeze Bitcoin more. But when you have a buy pressure from like the ordinals, it's getting crazy. And now like this stuff is up, bro. Like it used to be like 16 cents to make an ordinal on the network, but while Bitcoin's booming, this is now up to $6 and still affordable. That's still affordable though. It's a crazy fee. It's affordable fee. You feel me? So it's still affordable. I'm waiting for the day where I see $100. That's why I'm trying to play my bitmaps the right way. I want to keep my bitmaps for as long as I can, but I've been thinking about selling some of these things. I'm just going in right now, guys. It's Monday. B&B Zen done? What's that mean? What up, Zen dog? Fairmints is the alpha. Levin proved that Fairmints could be profitable. Even 90% coins hit the market. Yeah, well, it depends on how you fairly do it. So Jack Levin didn't invent that. There was a lot of NFT projects that were actually doing free mints, and that's kind of what's, in my opinion, spawned Zen. I'm actually under the impression right now that the most unique thing in Zen that is actually happening is the burn. Here, I'll put it in perspective. Put it in perspective. Just log into my Unisnap wallet. So, like, for instance, right now I'm looking at the code for XNF. And the reason why I'm looking at the code for XNF is because I want to know about this shit, duh. But again, this is like what is important to me. The I burn redeemable. This is a question I want to ask Jack Levin. What is the origin on I burn redeemable? I want to know what other projects have this in it, because this is what solidifies you to be like a Zen world project, to be honest. So like, yeah, you need the distribution model one, but I wouldn't give you a full check if you didn't have a real burn function. And this is some FUD. This is some fucking FUD. All right, fuck it. We're going to FUD it up. I'm in between DXN superiority over VX or over XNF. Now, I fucks with Ross Van and team. That's not anything that I don't fuck with. Now what's hard to fuck with is this here. Ooh, remix. Oh, I'm gonna do this one. Damn, so okay. Damn, they got a lot of dope shit going on right now. Now, my one thing here that I realized is that they don't have a burn function. And that's not good. Now, even Titan has a burn function. And that's why I'm saying, like, okay, one thing that makes Zen stand out from the crowd is that you can burn it. And that burn, makes it go away forever. And that go away forever really does mean that the token is no longer in existence and in the supply. And that would make anything that does dead addresses 1.0 burn. And we're moving to 2.0 burn, which is like it's being destroyed. Or I guess it's 3.0. I don't really know, because in my lineage of burning, it's the bomb token. So maybe I need to look at the contract and compare the two. But here, look at like I've read this contract, so I know it has the burn function in it. That's why it's like, okay, Titan does have that. The only thing that makes Titan sticky is that 3% causes what do you call it? That 3% causes confusion. But if the crowd pushes past it and doesn't give a fuck about it, then they can be successful, right? But if that narrative is the alpha narrative of Titan, because it can never be a Zen, unfortunately. It's not as, and again, it's not because it can't be. It's because it's not in parallel. It would need to be in parallel to be that. And that's like my little 2 cents on like what's happening right now. I got the codes up right here, bro. DB Zen is awesome until the Zen becomes DXN. Then when the Zen becomes DXN, then it becomes non-burnable in an instance of I burn redeemable. But maybe what I'm trying to think is maybe they just throw it all away. Maybe we burn for a DXN token that actually has the real deal. Because when you see that, that's why XNF is pumping right now. XNF is pumping because it's really burning and the system can really see it. But when you have a dead address, The system or the whole program doesn't. How the fuck am I saying this? The Ethereum, the ETH still counts that shit. It's never gone because it's in the circulating supply still. If that makes any sense. Like you got to get rid of it, but how do you get rid of it? It's just an address. You got to get rid of the dead address, but nobody owns it. You feel me? So burning to a dead. Hey, let's look at the bomb contract. Let me see it. What the fuck? I'm over here. I'm going in. My bad. But yeah, YSL or YSL XNF. This is another product of the XEN world because of that burn. And the proof is that if you burn, you're gonna have a good pop off. But that's where you can't alter the DNA and stay in parallel. Now, what's the difference between a XeNFi and a Titan? One, XeNFi is literally called XeNFi. And two, XeNFi does burn XEN. So XeNFi is not like Titan because XeNFi is amplified by XEN. And it has another coin that amplifies it, and it uses Ethereum to amplify it, and it has the XEN parallel docs or the parallel relationship of it's on multiple chains. So the multiple chains is also like something I'm in agreement with. When someone's like, I don't want to go on other chains, I'm like, okay, so yeah, you know that you can't expand. Right? If you can't, as Joe Blau would say, if you can't land and expand with your product, it is probably good to keep it consolidated in a small town or village. So respect. But what I say is that pushing the bar, is that changing the innovation, or is that being novel in the approach of everything? No, not at all. That's just like original crypto. So I do like that XeNFi is offering all these different avenues of participation on top of the multi-chain participation. It's pretty dope. So right now the lobby is pretty low. It's only at 2.9 ETH. Yesterday it ended at around 10 Ethereum. I got like $1 worth of rewards, and I only have one XNF token staked right here. 1.9, almost 2. So I entered again. My strategy for this is I'm doing one burn a day, just like because I can. I want to start doing the ETH, but this is weird. This is like more of like a moral thing for me. I need to move to Arbitrum, and I'm not ready to move yet because I'm spread out still. Like, so XeNFi is awesome, but yeah, I'm a Xenian, bro. I'm on everything, and this is so awesome. I need to consolidate back here, but it's going to end up on Ethereum. So I'm kind of wishy-washy. But then again, Arbitrum has the best gas. Like the gas over here is very, very cheap. So ETH would, I would be subjective to the gas fees. So I'm still in my dilemma if I really want to go hard on Arbitrum or if I want to go hard on ETH. But either way, this XNF token is looking nice. See here, we can see the total VXEN burn. So they've already burned over 43 billion VXEN. I don't know if there's like let's see, is there a calculator for how much XEN has been burned for VXEN? I'll ask him later on. When we do our stream, I'll make sure I ask that question. Where can a Xenian see all the burned XEN? Because I wonder how much burned XEN went into this and how much people are burning every day. I do watch that as well though. Oh, we've pivoted. What Alita? Confirmation was August 18th. Then again on October 8th. More money will enter this cycle in the first 24 months than all of 2023. What up, damn, that's hard. I could believe that though, man. That's why it's like, yo, I want a slow march to 50K by March, right? The march to 50K, but some other people might be saying we march into 60 by March. And I would be like dumbfounded. I'd be like, oh my God. But you can't be standing naked right now if you got anything in Bitcoin. If you got ordinals, if you got BRC20s, if you got just some Bitcoin, you shouldn't be standing naked. But if you have nothing on that network right now, you're gonna be caught with your pants down. I've already experienced that before, and that shit sucks. Like, that shit is the worst feeling. But I don't know. Maybe you need to experience it. Maybe your time is 28. Yeah. Maybe in 4 years you're gonna be the OG, and you're gonna be telling people don't get caught with your pants down, and Bitcoin's at like $500,000. Me, I'm over here with the 50K banger. It's like the person back in 2016 that was telling people not to get caught with their pants down when Bitcoin was $5,000. Let's look at that real quick. Where's that 2016 at? Right here. So yeah, that's why I was saying I think we're already in an upwards idea. We're doing the same thing that happened in 2016, but it's like more powerful because there's more information. Like, imagine if we erased all this and just consolidated it into the next green candle. That's how much information is going into the next green candle. Beautiful times to be in cryptocurrency. It's a beautiful time. Okay. So yeah, looking at 2016, like there was people probably right here telling people at $200 Bitcoin, like, yo, don't get caught with your pants down. Like, this shit is going up. And then right here, $300 Bitcoin, they're probably saying the same thing. Don't worry, we're just trading sideways. Don't get caught with your pants down. And it goes up. And then right here at $500 Bitcoin, probably said the same shit. And then finally the person up here was like, I told you it was going to go down forever. Down forever. Just for it to rebound. It's like, what side of history do you want to be on? I was right here, though. This is me, 2019. My pants down. My pants were fucking down. Because of the COVID concept, I had a 9 to 5. I had hex stakes. I made a small X off of hex and thought I was on top of the world. And then everything took off and I had to buy up here. And I was caught with my pants down. So that's why I'm saying, what side of history do you want to be on, bruh? Pants down or pants up? I'm going to be on my pants up, man. My shit is going up right now. Not getting caught slipping. And that's why I am happy, though, that Titan has finally gotten back to where I bought it. Go, Titan, go. Seeing a pullback right now. It's what's expected. So hopefully it doesn't take on all the Zen DNA. It does have the Zen distribution model. So it's not like XNF, which XNF has a capped supply. This has an infinite supply for a certain amount of time. And the issue in that we see in Zen, that I'll give you a tip for anything else using that distribution model, is that some people can put a lot of money behind the distribution and then they can outpace the crowd. It's almost like when you build these things with the distribution model, this might be free fucking game, but who cares? No one listens to me. I just want to say it out loud for myself and for the AI that tracks all my videos. When you do this type of distribution model, you probably want to figure out the math of possibility per day and like maximize the amount of money or gas or resources that would need to be spent per day to keep up a certain amount of, like, let's say, clouded supply. If you can make a mechanism in a sense that actually combats that bad behavior, maybe you'd make the ultimate Zen distribution model, because you would be fighting the inflation based on the supply creation, if that makes any sense. It would almost be like, I mean, you wouldn't have to tell anyone it, because then they would try to game it still. But if people could discover that, like, or if you can make, this is what the thing would be. It'd be, you're versing time, and time only, and people have time to understand. So if you can make it to where the understanding of the project is at parallel to how fast someone can understand it, then you could technically cut the human off. I mean, then you would be battling AI, but that'd be the first motherfucker who could do it, where they cut the human off, and then the crowd is bigger than this person that can put more money in than the crowd. And you know, that's what's happening in Zen. And Zen, it's taking a while for that crowd that put more money in than the actual crowd to disappear. And that's why, in my opinion, we went down 99%. And it's still on the table because people are still minting Zen. And this is why Zen needs an X1. This is why Zen needs a XeNFi. This is why Zen needs a DB Zen. It needs a Phoenix. It needs more innovation. It needed a Titan type dApp to burn on top of it. All right. And that's what's crazy is who wants to take that pillar? I mean, I'm choosing Zen to be the fucking core of that, like, because it was built there. Right. And that's maybe what it is. Maybe the next dApp takes that, burns Zen, makes the best shit ever. XeNFi is pretty cool, but the token takes 200 years. No one's going to be alive when XeNFi is done minting. The XEN token is minting for this auction runs for 200 years. That's crazy. This shit's going to outlive everyone. But that's the question now. Well, why would you put time instead of putting effort into supply versus 24 hours? I mean, you can put infinite money, but like, I don't know, maybe there's something to be discovered on the Zen contract with more data analysis on money spent, because that's what it is. That money spent, people don't have infinite money. That's in crypto. They might have infinite crypto, but a project like Zen where they can't get the crypto back, it puts in a human behavior where people go, I don't know if I should put my shit in there. And that's what's happening right now. It's like so there that we're at that point. It's like, yo, you put in hella money, dump it all, because you're feeling it. You feel like you need to get rid of this because it's not designed for your cloud anymore. Like the people are starting to become larger audience than the original whales. If that makes any sense. They have a super duper small grip left. They're gonna have to start buying this shit, and they don't want to. And that's why we're moving sideways, because Xenians aren't rich, right? They're workers. They're 9-to-5 workers. They're like, I'm in the same boat, bro. Yeah, I might DJ on the weekends, but the fuck, like, I have to still work. Like, it's not like I'm on vacation. Like, yeah. I mean, that's what's so funny though. Yeah, like Xenians are workers. They're the regular people. And our price is sustained by worker buys. Everybody has $100 here and there, but in order to move the price, we need these like bigger buys. But we are not going to see these bigger buys until there's a utility, which we all know is there. But until that utility is shining, no one wants to grab the flag, because there's a lot of sellers, and that's that cloud. They still want to get out. They have a little bit of time left. In a sense, you would almost say everybody should sell, but we've come to the conundrum where people love it and they don't want to sell it. So they're holding the price up. Beautiful conundrum. Beautiful. It's like, yo, sell your Zen, man, so we can get lower lows and not prop the price up for the people that want to just sell it. But then it's like, but this is my only position, so I can't sell my Zen because I'm not getting Zen for months, right? So that's the beauty of this chart. It's real pressure turns into diamond type vibe. And again, it's sad to see FUD people out of this ecosystem, because they're gonna come back in at the top. The cycle continues. And the cycle continues. XNF gives Zen users on low liquidity chains a means to escape without feeling the impact of selling. Exactly, Tree City West. We knew. Okay, here's another thing. We knew that this was going to happen because it's in the white paper. So go look at the Zen light paper. Actually, just go and look at it and give it clicks. But on page 11, so technically, this is where I had my breakthrough with Zen, to understand what was happening I had a first understanding of what I thought it was. Then I read the light paper and it all made sense. So the cause of all of it, the crypto world. Oh, here, let me blow this up so you can see it too. All right. The crypto world has come a long way since Timothy May in 1988 wrote the Crypto Anarchist Manifesto, where he introduces the basic principles of the crypto. I don't know why I can't say it right now. Whatever, fuck it. I don't want to care about that. But this is what I'm trying to get at. But just like the internet has clustered into a centralization by tech giants, we can see the trend will within DLTs not escaping human nature or of corruption and dissent. We see government wanting to introduce their own versions, so-called CBDCs. We see corporations claiming to be pro-crypto, but using every way possible to lure you into giving up your keys, and doing so violating the true first principles of crypto. Both creates filter bubbles of innovation. Shit. The L1 narrative emerges where multiple systems are competing to become the most fundamental and interoperable. Although there are local maximalist convictions, there is no widespread consensus as to which system will ultimately prevail. As long as that is the case, the necessity to go back to the roots of first principles is inevitable. Zen goes back to the roots of the consensus making systems and taking whatever. I don't know why they put all these words in it. Whatever. You can go read it. I don't need to read it anymore. I can understand it now. What's so funny right now is I haven't read this in a long time. And when I read it the first time, it was smooth. But now that I comprehend Zen so much, I don't need all that extra shit. And my mind doesn't want to read it. Wow. But yeah, when I first read this, that's why I've been going so hard with the Zen narrative, because this is in fact every L1 competes against each other, and then they try to get everyone to believe I got the best chain, right? So why haven't we seen something like Zen that has come into the scene on multi-layer chains to give everybody the same narrative but in different environments, allowing builders to build with the same narrative on different environments, right? Zenify literally amplified that shit by bringing us to Arbitrum. That's why, like, now I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of standing with my pants down. Like, I don't have that much ETH on Arbitrum, right? Because I haven't been over there. It's a new chain now. So it makes me question, like, who's going to be the first person to spawn a Zen burn that allows me to go to Cardano from any chain? They're going to airdrop me a token on Cardano. Like, what's next? When Tron, right? When all the other chains and so on. Now that we see the strategy, we see the philosophy, and we see that the tools are here for us to use. Again, that's why I'm 100% sold. What we're seeing right now, that's a great capture for your journey in crypto, is supply and demand amongst emotions, and how emotions in a crypto market all come into relative balance, and parallel is actually trading sideways. Like, everyone is actually becoming in parallel. It's fucking amazing to watch. I've never seen this happen in crypto ever. Every crypto I've been in, it's been so pump and dumpy that there's never time for you to see it do this. And maybe the reason why is because I don't believe in shit coins. Like, I haven't really been in shit coins. Like, I've only been in Ethereum and Bitcoin, Tron, but everything in Tron, I was in like gambling platforms like Tron Bet and like Wink and like Bet Fury. Like, those were the things I was doing over there. And then I was doing NFTs on Ethereum. So I've never really been into it, because BNB, I was turned off by it because it's blocked in New York. So I knew for a fact I'm not fucking with BNB chain. So I never got exposure to that. I saw a lot of people get exposed to it, and I feel like that's what really helped push the degen philosophy of crypto. But I've always just been like on the ownership side of things and like keeping my coins close to me. So yeah, ETH and Bitcoin have always just been my jam, and none of this stuff. So that's why it's like, yo, you can make a Zen token on Doge, or like, I mean, Doge has inscriptions now, but that's on you. You'd have to learn how to do it decentralized, so there's no buttons. That's what xeNFTi did. xeNFTi figured out using EVM how to do it. So because they're using EVM, when I go to swap, for instance, any Zen, where do I have some Zen at? I got some Zen on base chain. We'll do it real quick. Jim with the 9. Hey, thanks, bro. VMPX, what up, Shaka? Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity. Game Zone. What? Let's click the like button. Shout outs, Dennis. Makes me happy to see you made it through the Matrix. Man, fuck. This Matrix is crazy, bro. I'm like, That's why we're wearing the warrior vest today. I even had to get strong in the Matrix. It's just crazy. Can't just be chilling skinny in the Matrix right now. At least at my age. Motherfuckers take you out. There'd always be somebody younger than you too. And that's how it should be. It should always be the youth taking out the elders. I'ma always support that shit. The youth is always gonna fly. I love my youth. I will never let it go. And when I see someone being youthful, I'm like excited. I just watched the Good Burger movie. Man, that shit changed a lot. But they was living in their youth, man, and now they gotta live in their youth. It's actually pretty good though. If you're looking for something to waste some time with, watch the Good Burger 2 movie. It's pretty cool. All right, so I got some Zen over here. I don't know if I have enough ETH though. I'm stretching it. So this is how xeNFTi is doing it. So when I burn from a different network, they've created their own system, and they've already had, if you've been using xeNFTi, then you know, like, let's say I want to go to ETH on Arbitrum. I'm going to see some other aggregators pop up. And right here, this is the branding area that shows the logo of the aggregator you're going to be utilizing. So it's pretty awesome. They built this. We tested it because all it was for them to bring us in, right? All they had to do, because everyone's familiar already with the system, was, and this is like, I mean, maybe they could have made another page, because crypto users are super literal, and that literalness is not, you know, it can't be a fine line. Like, it has to happen or it can't happen. So what we'll see here is that you want to click on xeNFTi, and through their smart contract, they're going to change your CBZ into VZen on Arbitrum. And then if you wanted to choose a different wallet that you want to send it to, you can do that as well. And it's all because of the way that their system is set up already. So I mean, it was confusing at first. I was like, how the hell do I burn? And then I was like, oh, okay, I just set it up from here to here, and then make sure I'm under xeNFTi, right, in my swap route, and then it's gonna naturally do it. And now I'm bringing my CBZen to Arbitrum without having to sell it, impacting the price of CBZen. Amazing. And I'm like becoming more and more bullish on this ecosystem, because I'm like, yo, if everyone rallies behind this could be a monster in cryptocurrency, because we already doing it. We're swapping left and right as Zenians. Like, if you're floating in between all these chains, because another thing to think about too, just to stay primed, nothing is going to fall off, bro. I don't expect anything to fail. Even B&B, it's holding them strong, because it's kind of like a big FU to America now. It's kind of scary as an American, and I see B&B up here in the top 4, and knowing that my systems in this area, in my neighborhood, are ass, and everyone around me doesn't know anything about cryptocurrency, and they're all about to get owned by BlackRock, I'm fucking nervous. Like, there's no doubt about it. So B&B holding up is more proof that just because Bitcoin is going high doesn't mean that everything is going to go to shit. Now, we're going to see a lot of coins disappear because they won't be needed, but I do think anything that has a solidified community and solidified participation will rise. And then, of course, you'll have the Moon Boys keeping a certain amount of tokens around for no reason, like Litecoin. Like, why the fuck is this here? But it's going to have a community around it, right? Shiba will have a community around it. Bitcoin Cash still has a community around it. Cosmos is actually the hub for a lot of third-party Web3 concepts, and then Cosmos is like the hub for everything else. So I actually think Cosmos is one of the most slept on cryptos right now because it's number 20. Like this is like bigger than Avalanche, to be honest, because Avalanche is layer 0, but layer 0 needs to be adopted. Cosmos is SDK, so that's build on top and deploy. In development, you don't want to start from scratch. That's why OKX is using Polygon SDK, right? So they don't have to build it from scratch. Just like how, they're copying Zen. They're copying Zen. It's not okay. Cosmos is something that you can pick up and you can get a lot of cool features, but it's a lot more complex. So it's more adapted, in my opinion, by people building real projects that want to be on blockchain or want to, do data on blockchain. So I fucks with Cosmos. It's kind of low on the scale though, going into this bull run. Uniswap 2 is pretty low. And I mean, most of the sell pressure from the airdrop is done. So that has a lot of room to grow. Cospa, you'll hear about this coin a lot. And that's just because people don't know about XENblocks and Xenium yet. But we'll be there. ETH Classic is still up here. Internet Computer is still up here. All these are just community driven. None of them have and again, I just don't feel like any of these have what we have in Zen. Because what we really have in Zen is that we're connected to Ethereum. So we jump the gun on everyone. Because when you think of like any of these coins and you say distribution, how is it created? None of them say Bitcoin gas, Bitcoin gas, Ethereum gas. Bitcoin gas would be BRC20s, and none of them are up here yet. No BRC20 is up here yet. And then Ethereum would be Zen, because we don't see too many. We haven't really seen it. I'm looking for another one. Someone please let me know if there's another gas token. I know there's Chi. Because I mean, when we think of gas, that's what I'm trying to say. So they had the Chi gas token, but this was only used by 1inch. So 1inch came out with a gas token. Oh, so this what the fuck? They just gave up on this or what? What? But yeah, 1inch has a gas token. And like yeah, it's not like Zen, right? Like it can't even show up like a regular coin because it looks like this project is untracked listing. I think this is gonna bring up 1inch. Yeah, and I can't get on 1inch because I'm in New York. Hate. But see, I would love to learn about Chi, but you see, like I can't learn about it. That's another one up that we have going on in Zen world, right? You don't have to worry about restrictions because it's not a security. This token is designed for cheaper transactions on one platform, not on the grand scheme of things. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a gas token that's not specifically designed for said platform, yet designed for said virtual machine. Nothing is like that. Titan is like it, and so is XNF, so is DBZen. All of these are straight from the gas with some extra parameters possibly. So I guess you can say the next really good one would be Phoenix, but everyone shits on Phoenix because it's not ready. It's not ready. Okay, it's not ready. But yeah, man, what else is happening? I'm just talking shit now. Dogechain is trash. Dogechain is trash. When's in God candle? Asks Josh. The God candle? Man, it won't happen until someone shakes. The last thing we want is for like Well, because that's what I'm thinking. Or like, we're not gonna see a God candle until someone shakes, and as long as they don't shake and they know it, they can continuously push it sideways, which is a benefit for us, not a benefit if we were saying we were for price, but it is a benefit for us because we're a supply token. Remember, the alpha narrative is you want as much Zen as possible before 2030, because after 2030 you can't make it anymore, and that distribution is what's gonna amplify its usage, because now it'll be more valuable since it's less, like there's less opportunity to get it. That's always running in crypto. That will never go away. Okay. And that's everyone's narrative. Hey, it's scarce. Ours is just built in with the time, not built in with the amount of money that can make Zen every single day. Because then you got people making more Zen than the next person. And then, you know, yeah, like I said, it gets into, you have these bigger entities that have a lot of capital versus the community, which doesn't have that much capital. They're not getting VC funding, which is going to keep the price moving sideways. Right. And it's built this way. You can dump as much as you want. You can put $1 million into Zen mints and then come over here and then just put it all into the DEX, and you'll be going against yourself, because some people know not to put in the ETH. But you might go against yourself where people go, hey, I'm into Zen. Oh, so you mean if I put an ETH into the liquidity pool, I can range order on the downside while someone's trying to dump their bag? For sure. And then that person that spent $1 million in time is now just giving it to someone who has $1 million in time. You feel me? So this is an ongoing rotation. And again, why would someone do that here versus Titan, since someone asked me earlier? Because 3% of the ETH goes to a random address, and then 62% of ETH goes to people who had to stake the coins. So that's the only way you get interaction, like the proof of participation, you know? No one is saying they're selling their time. They're saying they're selling their stake. That is wild. And they're going to have mad stake come out, right? Because that's how I think of Titan. It's like the more Titan I hold, the bigger stake I can create. And then the more time I put behind the stake, the more powerful my stake is. So technically, I'm staking. I'm not creating supply like Zen to be liquid. I'm creating supply to be compacted and held in a contract to get Ethereum over a course of time. So that's why I'm saying they're not the same. Because why would someone put $1 million behind Titan when they want to put $1 million? Like, if you get what I'm saying, like they have a thought. I want to put $1 million into Zen because I want to be a part of X1 chain. I want to be a part of XENblocks. Oh, I want to get a position on XENify, and they say I need XYZ coins, and if I go this route, then I don't have to lose any value, right? Maybe I spread $1 million amongst all the chains in Zen just to push them all into one zone, right? So that theory of the supply and how liquid and how fluent, more liquid words, how fluid everything gives Zen more freedom to be used. And unfortunately, anything that's focused on staking, compacting, and placing is not there. We have that in Zen though. You can stake your Zen. There's actually a new staking dApp that let's go check that out real quick. Oh, you guys got to see a little burn. Zenbox. What up, Willow? You go over XENify yet? I haven't talked about it much because again, I've gone over it just in little bits. Me and Simran are gonna have a chat at 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you pull back to the stream a little later in the day today, you'll catch us doing a one-on-one AMA, and kind of diving in deeper into XENify with your boy. Yes, sir. What up, Dioshland? You will see what will be when BTC and S&P retrace with Zen. What up, Dioshland? Hey, check out Dioshland now. He's got an English channel. If you he was doing it in German, now he's doing it in English. So you should go check him out. But I don't know, man. You're still thinking it's gonna fall? What do you expect Zen to moon? Jeez. Do you guys not hear all this alpha of how it's gonna moon? Yo, that's like the maturity level in cryptocurrency. It's like, yo, when is it gonna moon? It's like, bro, but when is it not gonna moon? What about that? When is it not gonna moon? So on Friday I unstaked, or I staked my stake, but I messed up and I accidentally did it under the withdrawal. So I ended up withdrawing all of my stake. And then I had to wait 24 hours before I can claim. So let me see. Let's see. What's happening here, man? Yeah. So I have to reclaim this. So this is kind of important if you're going to start using this dApp, because they're getting ready to launch it on Polygon. You're probably gonna wanna make sure you pay attention to this button, so that you don't accidentally withdraw when you're trying to stake your XEN, because that's what I did. I accidentally withdrawed it. So all right, there we go. So what I'll do is I'll put in my 3 here. We'll stake it. Now the reason why it's this thing is going to be really cool is because XENblocks is an auto compounding staking platform, and it doesn't take away from anything. So what it does is it uses the original staking contract here in the background. So I guess it's this one right here. So all it's doing is, oh, now we're on DevNet. Oh shit, whatever. Can I see contracts here yet? Read contract. Hey, Willow with a gifted sub. Big ups. Tree City West with a so whoopty. Okay. So yeah, Zen Crypto. So this right here, this is the staking app to stake your Zen, right? So all that, the guy who made this, he's not docs, but he is on Twitter. So if you want to go and track him down, he's very, active on Twitter. He linked the XENblocks to his Twitter page so that you can go and check him out. Again, he's someone who's been working with the Zen topic in the Chinese community. So yes, it is coming from China. But if you were to ask me, I've seen these dudes developing. There's another really, really cool guy in the mix here that keeps me feeling really good about this all, and that's Zen Artists. So big shout outs to Zen Artists. And again, these guys are builders, man. They take the ball and they run. They don't complain. So really hyped to see what happens here. And again, it's a super duper basic app. Okay, all you're doing is staking on top of the Zen crypto contract, staking contract. So they took this and then they just removed all the extra stuff. So instead of you staking and then it being a penalty for you to unstake, they just took that away. And since they took that away, the penalties can continue to compound for everyone. And then based on your position, you get a certain amount of that compounded stake that comes out every 24 hours, right? Because every day there's a certain amount of APY based on how much is in that stake. So that's why this is pretty powerful, because in a sense, you can team up with the whole Zen community, and then now we can compound more Zen, and maybe this compounding of more Zen being created, like, it would suck. Everyone's like, oh my god, inflation. But again, this is just if you're really into Zen and you want to take advantage of creating supply, XENblocks might be amazing, right? Again, immutable, 100%. When you get in, you get in. And I think if you don't move, you should keep your same APY, because every day, I'm curious to see, like, if it's like every time you start a stake, it starts a new contract under that wallet address. So if I start a stake right now with 17% APY and then I don't touch it, it's just going to compound going forward. Now, when I want to go and unstake it or withdraw, I'll get all my coins back. But if I wanted to, I just could leave it there and it should stay at 17 APY, right? No penalties. You can exit whenever you want. But let's say I exit and then this goes down to 16. When I go back to re-stake, I don't get 17 back. I exit it, and now the staking contract as XEN from that day has already lessened itself. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's really cool too, is like it's still in the boundaries of the staking, where it's not like you can really go and game it, as in like I'm gonna unstake every single day and accumulate a bunch of XEN. In order to do that, you would need a shit ton of XEN, which also prompts holding. So really fascinated stuff here. I'm hyped for the XENblocks. If you want to check it out, here's the linky. I think it comes out on Polygon tomorrow. What happened to XEN Game? XEN Game is working with DBXEN. So they're doing something with DBXEN, basically, because again, my FUD with DBXEN right now is that it doesn't have the burn, the actual burn. So they have to build around it. So that's what you're seeing right now happen with the XEN.game. As you send in DBXEN into that game, they're trying to make it so that DBXEN can't enter or exit. It goes to a dead address. So by making DBXEN more scarce, it hopefully will push the price. Yeah, I'm still rooting for their team though. Their team got a lot of shit going on. Here's my kicker with DBXEN. What I would love to see with DBXEN is a collaboration with xeNFTs. Because what I hear, and not a collab, because xeNFTs is not a DEX. xeNFTs is an aggregator, and DBXEN is creating a DEX. So technically, if they work together, then as Xenians, we would have our liquidity pool zone, which DBXEN is obviously saying they want to take advantage of. And then we would have our aggregator or our interface to go and interact with that versus everything else. And you can dibble dabble off the two. So I would love to see like a partnership with that, or like some sort of togetherness and building that liquidity side of it, instead of us acting like DBXEN is dead. I think there's something there. It already exists. The developers are really great. Why wouldn't we just make more? Why wouldn't we do more with what we have? But I do understand the narrative that's typical in crypto, which is that shit is dead. Dump it all. Right? So I'm not doing that. I'm holding on to my DBXEN. I'm gonna see what the hell they do. If it goes lower, maybe there's more snipage. But yeah, I've had my finger on the trigger trying to sell DBXEN for the longest time, and I'm over it, man. There's no reason to. There's other opportunities, but it doesn't mean I need to sell my position in one coin to get the next opportunity. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Like, if you have a traveling bag of crypto this deep in the bear market, what the fuck are you doing? You got a travel bag? Bro, you got a stick with like a little bag on the back right now with all your coins in it, bro. Like, get your shit together. I'm sorry. I had to drop it. Win 333 auction. It's already happening. Shout outs Tree City West with the gift back. Big ups. And then shout outs Hilo, Mike, for grabbing that gift from Tree City West. I appreciate it, y'all. Real talk. Right now, since gas is 5x, my last mint, not even 24 hours ago. Hey, crypto bruh, explain a little bit about the Chi gas token. I don't understand it. Oh, well, so like this was like so I can't show you because I can't get access to 1 inch. But long story short, 1 inch was one of the first aggregated dexes. So before everything else, before xeNFTs, there was 1 inch, and 1 inch has so much volume that they had to create their own gas token that worked in their own environment for execution on the gas idea, because it's proof of work Ethereum. So this is before POS. No one really knew what the answer was for the high gas. So gas tokens spawned from dexes because they could put some money aside to pay for transactions. And then they had the community gifted gas tokens on the platform so that they can make transactions in high gas times using Chi token. It was a cool way of, getting things started. But again, it wasn't that successful. I mean, I see it right now. It looks like it's 4 cents and there's not that much Chi out there. But again, I mean, it's like yeah, it's a whole different thing, man. This is a whole different. It doesn't even look like that many people are using it anymore. So, but yeah, this is like you can go and check out gas tokens. There was other ones, but none of them are like XEN. XEN, I think, did it the best because it's connected to Gwei. And since it's connected to Gwei, there will be times when there's no one on the network. Now, we don't know what those cycles are going to start looking like. Right now, we know that they typically come right before the holidays. Right before the holidays, you seem to be able to release projects, make transactions, so if you save, and kind of what I've been thinking was like, hey, if you do a 1-year idea from today, you could be setting yourself up for the best claiming environments. But if you continuously set yourself up for like summertime and like spring, of course, we're getting wrecked because everyone's on chain. So, curious to see if we ever get 9 again. Like, I'm starting to be like, dude, everything's going to get higher. So even if we get 9, what if Ethereum's at $5,000? Like, it's still going to be high gas because now ETH is up. Less ETH, but more price, right? So I am under the impression that is the best approach to gas. Creating something where the community can get it at a lower rate before gas goes up, so that when gas goes up, your token should rise with the network. Because again, the other attribute you need to build in is the penalties. The fact that people can't get the token if they wait. It's not like it's sitting there waiting for them and they go, oh, I'm going to go mint some XEN because I minted it 2 months ago and it's just sitting, right? Now you need to, that's in staking. If you stake some XEN, you don't have to go and claim it. There's no penalties. But if you mint some XEN, you got 7 days to claim it or it turns into dust, right? So that 7-day peer pressure, in a sense, acts in a behavioral atmosphere where now, again, we have too much supply on the DEX. So it's enough supply, though, to start the game of burning. And hopefully people keep putting money. Hopefully, I mean, it's apparent people are not going to be doing it, but hopefully people do it. I mean, we already won. That's why it's like hilarious. It's like, yo, we already won. But I'll show you what I mean. Go to XEN Turbo and you'll see that all the future mints are down. So this is helping the gas concept, because now if you've been minting, you're going to be rewarded because you'll have all the gas token. Like, you'll have it all. And then if you burn it all for X1, I mean, oh well. That's why I started minting XENblocks. XENblocks is my leverage to not burn all my XEN for X1 chain. Like, it's lit. I already have the X1 chain token having XNM. It's like, since I hold XNM on XENblocks, everybody who's been minting on XENblocks, we got the first coins on X1 chain. That shit is mind blowing. Everyone's like, where do I get X1? Where do I get XN? It's like, just mint some XENblocks. Like, right now, I think if you can get 300 hash power, you can get 1 block a day. And that's like 5 cents. Phantom, OP, gas are all up. Yeah, everything's gas is going to probably start jumping now. Here, let's look at it. Let's refresh this. Let's look at the gas across the network. Across the network. Let's go. Let's surf it out. But yeah, so here on XENify, even though it hasn't updated, seeing this, I'm really curious to see what the update looks like. Because if people have stopped minting already, we already won. And that's why right here, it's harder for us to see higher prices, because smart money is not buying XEN in bulk. Smart money is buying XEN in DCA, because they don't want to push the price against these sellers. And again, that's why we're moving sideways in XEN. And as somebody who wants more, who wants the gains, you really should just get the fuck out if if you can't have patience. Because that God candle you're asking for, Josh, that shit is going to come from patience, not overnight. We're literally, it depends. I'm in America. I tend to wake up to high prices or low prices. So if you're in America, you're probably going to wake up and it's going to be God candle. But on anywhere else, you'll just be seeing it happen. Like, it's just going to be going up aggressively and then woof. Because it will be a point where you where it's too expensive to make it. I mean, we're already there. The way that you know it is our number metric is we want 25 gwei. If we're not at 25 gwei, anyone who's minting is out of range. So if you mint right at 25 gwei, you're breaking even. You're not even really breaking even. You're just making it. How about that? So at 25 gwei and a max term, so you got to do max terms. It's not like you can do like 200 days or 100 days, right? So, and if you wanted to do 100 days at today's price, you would probably need gwei to be at 1, or let's see, 9. Nope, 5. No, 2. So 1. So you would need gwei at 1 if you wanted to do 100 days, right? So even if I wanted to do 10 days at today's prices with 1 gwei, this shit is already tapped, right? So we are already in the future where Zen is more expensive to buy, I mean to create, than it is to buy it. Because if you buying it right now, yeah, you're not again, you're doing a lot better than most. So we'll go back to 53. Right now, to start this up at 53, you're looking at $30, and you're only getting 100 in 10 days. You're getting 471 Zen. Right? What is that on the actual market right now? Oops. 24 cents, literally. So, yeah, we are here already. The fudders got the matrix by the balls, letting people believe whatever they want, but the math, the quantum, the physics, it's all saying the same shit, which is we are due for a godlike candle. It's not there yet, but I can tell you one thing: it is feeling closer and closer every single day, and it's because of the XENblocks. Let's look at XENblocks dashboard. I'm curious of your XeNFi strat. LOL. You claiming and locking? Oh yeah. With me and XeNFi, what is this? Oh, because I'm on DevNet. Take me to Opportune. Bring me to the other side. But yeah, like I'm rolling rewards. My whole theory for XeNFi, because what's crazy is I went to buy them, and then I realized you can't buy the token. So I was like, damn, this token is unbuyable until people build liquidity. But there's not that many out there. It seems like, it looks like no one really wants to buy it. And in order to sell the XeNFi, you only sell into the pool that they've created, and that pool burns the coins. So far, let's see. Yeah, 100,000 XNF has been removed. This graph shows the total quantity of XNF tokens that have been permanently removed from the circulation. They should put burned here instead of removed. They put burned on everything else. That's such a mindfuck. But yeah, so 100,000 has already been burned. There's only 22 million. So yeah, this is going to be really, really hard to get. So I'm keeping my eye on XeNFi. So what I've done is I'm burning for the V auction, and for now, I think I'm getting ready to move in, aka send some ETH over to Arbitrum and hang out for a little bit for like the next few months, because if this is going to stay low because people don't understand, I need to get ahead now. It's going to be really, really hard to get these tokens as the days go, and if people don't comprehend what's going on and they're going to wait till the very end, hell yeah, like I'm going to be DCAing into here right now. What I've done, All right, I'm giving away the free game. How many people are here? Oh, it's just the Xenians. It's just the Xenians. Y'all deserve it. So what I'm doing is 1 badge a day, and I'm watching that total happen. Because if you get in on the first hour, 1 badge costs $10. So if I have 10 million XEN and $10 in Ethereum, then I'm basically DCAing $20 into this every day. And then whatever I get from here, I get from here, right? And you can do other things too. Like you can enter with Ethereum, or my bad, you can enter with YSL, or you can enter with ETH. And then what I like about these auction gauges is it shows you like the parallels of everything. And then the swap auction too. So you can swap, like if you're moving in between chains already, you should be using xeNFTs, and every time you do that swap in between exchanges, you get a little bit of of XNF for like swapping, and that's based on the highest swapper of the day type deal. So yeah, like I'm excited about this. I think the game theory for myself personally is find the best ratio on the XNF, and continuously bouncing between these different avenues, aka YSL, ETH auction, swapping, to kind of keep a position, because this is gonna keep going up. There ain't no way. It's only day 2. Yeah. It's only day 2, and the problem is that they've got a greed factor here. So everyone that keeps selling into this pool. So right here, these little buys, that's people trading on xeNFTs. So every time someone makes a cross-chain swap, there's a little bit of ETH in that transaction, and that little bit of ETH goes to this pool and it buys the XNF, and then it pushes it back through the pool and it burns it. So that's why the price is steadily going up, because as people do swaps, as you can see, some large buys come in. Like, we don't know what they're swapping, but they're doing it. And that's why you don't see any sells on this pool, because when you sell into it, right, like this person has sold in, and their 320 XNF that they sold into this pool is burned forever, right? So that was the kicker. I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's real like well protection, like, because if you want to go, like, you're gonna sell against yourself. So that does make people hold the coin, because why would I sell 320 today for $550 when I'm sending it to a furnace and it's literally buying itself from an aggregated DEX where everybody has to trade coins left and right? Like, that's the problem with DBZen. DBZen doesn't have a DEX on top of it. Again, Titan is the same. It doesn't have a DEX on top of it. In my opinion, that's hard, bro. They got a whole ass DEX on top of xeNFTs. So being a part of their ecosystem and getting this XNF token and holding it and staking it for a year and getting those fees, you get to rise with this DEX. That's crazy. They literally gave it to everyone. I mean, they do take a 10% fee. So there's a 10% fee. There's 2 5% dev fees, and they get both of them. But I'm not really mad at it, because this is just one product in the line of products. If they want to make a 100% for profit product, I'm with it. But this like 80%, 95% to the community vehicle is amazing work, and I'm super grateful that they have released it like this. Again, and Zen community might be the best community to do R&D if you are a crypto developer. 100%. You have experienced users. You have quantum thinkers. You also have infinite resources. So if you're using a Xenian as your customer, they're infinite with resources. They really know how to make something out of nothing. And I mean, that's why it's like, yo, take pride in that shit. Don't just be giving your energy to all these brands, bro. Like, you can make something out of nothing. Not a lot of people can do that. All they can do is ask when price go high. When price go high. So if you're finessing without having to get the price up, you really winning, man. But yeah, 43 billion VZen. I know their real Zen burn product or number is ridiculous. Are those rebase tokens still a thing? Y'all got any more? Y'all got any more of that FUD? Where that FUD at, man? Are those rebase tokens still a thing? What do you mean by which rebase tokens? Rebasing, I don't think is a thing. You mean like Jack the Ripper? So you see what I mean now? Like we're getting to a point where what you do in Zen, we can see through it if it's not in parallel to the innovation of giving it to the community of open source. And again, XeNFI is not as, I mean, if you go read their contract, they've copyrighted a lot of the shit here. So they're just like everyone else, you know? They got it down here. Terms of service and policy, private policy. So if you really want to say, I don't want to give my data away, I don't want to be a research rat, I guess. Yeah, don't use XeNFI. But if you're someone who says, hey, I don't mind getting paid some Ethereum for my research because I'm getting ETH back as long as I play it the way that I want to play it, you know, and it's designed literally in and out. And I'm going to talk again to Sermon a little bit later today in about 4 hours or so. So tune back in for that chat. We're going to go over XeNFI and all this good jazz. And again, we're going to go over XeNFI, but I'm going to really try to get him to tell us who he is. That's what I want to know. I'm still uncomfortable with who the fuck are you, bro? Just a shadow? Or like, what is you to you? Who are you to crypto? Like, what is crypto to you? So we're gonna get those questions answered and all that good jazz. You can use XeNFI for the same chain swaps too and inflate the numbers. I don't know if it's the same chain swap. From what I understand, you can swap on Arbitrum and it's gonna buy Arbitrum XNF. But then if I do cross chain swaps from like ETH to Avalanche on like ETH, I will get more XNF. On Arbitrum, if I go to Arbitrum to ETH, I get more XNF on Arbitrum, and so on and so on. But I think you still have to do like that, like cross, like it's not same chain, cross chain. Only same chain is Arbitrum, or when Ethereum opens, it would be like same chain on ETH. Same with like BNB, same chain on BNB. Maybe one day they bring all that shit together too. But I like this really complex, simple thing. We don't need to get any more complex with the way the fees are rolling and shit. God damn. Great balls of fire. But yeah, man. What's BTC doing? It's doing its thing. Price predictions for BTC right now. The moon. The motherfucking moon. It's like, just kidding. We're chopping. I want to see BTC keep marching to 50K. Again, I don't really care for it now. I prefer to see it in March. But if we're going to get there before March, hey, why not? Zen is still trading sideways. So, whoop-de-doo. Ain't nothing to see here. Waiting for the rugs to get pulled. DXN still doing its thing. Again, there's believers over here. Even though it's classic now. It's about a year in, it turned into a vintage coin. Wild. VMPX is raging. We're getting closer to Libre swap being real. So I think people are gearing up for it. Jack Levin actually posted a thing about it on his Twitter. So that's why we're seeing the boom off over here. People are getting excited. It's also an original BRC20. It has some of the legacy driven in on it when it comes to the gas spike. Like gas on Bitcoin spiked because of VMPX, because the Zenians went to Bitcoin and stress test the network to be like, this ain't ready. This is not ready, guys. But of course the narrative is whoever drives the narrative is who controls the narrative. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Today is Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We'll be back. And then again on Thursday, or not Thursday. So like later today, pull back up AMA with the founder of XEN of XeNFI. A get to know who he is conversation on top of what he thinks XeNFI can become. It's up to him. If he wants to give out hopium, I'm gonna give him the stage. But I'm going to try to at least drive the conversation a little bit more intellectual, to be like, what is your purpose for this? Like, why does it need to exist? And why do you think we need to use it? Like, give us your pitch so we stay loyal and don't jump ship to TitanFi. We gonna jump ship to TitanFi if your shit is nasty. We in TitanFi. But yeah, man, I'll catch you guys a little bit later. Oh, Tree City West says, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I heard, but I'll break it down and ask him later too as well. Like, I'll note that we need to know if like, how does the swapping auction happen? Is that on all chains or just the chain that XNF lives on? Which would make some sense, you know. Then it goes back to a community rally party. Like, will people on Avalanche rally behind xeNFI, or is it really just gonna work its best magic on Arbitrum, and that's where you need to stay? We will find out on the next episode of Crypto. But yeah, y'all stay up, man. Be chill, be real. Have a good day. See you later. Peace. Peace out.